the rest and like actually feeling rested when I rest, it has been on my mind for quite some time now. And I thought that maybe I had gotten there, and clearly I got some work to do.
Yeah. Well, I think this is one of the ways we can have some energy leaks, some silent energy leaks in our system. Because when we
Yes.
haven't fully fleshed out these things and seen the truth of them to the fullest extent, they can be, well, they can be like a leaky toilet.
Mhm.
So, where I'm living at right now in Mexico, um, so most of the houses in Mexico have a water holding tank on the roof. And that's where the daily water supply comes from. And there's typically some sort of pump system that pumps that water up in either from a well or from a local water supply, or sometimes a tank, a truck has to bring that water and fill the reservoir. But two of the last three places I've lived, there was a leaky toilet. And I was traveling with a friend for a little bit, and the water tank in the place we were staying drained like in 24 hours, and it really should be like at least a 3 to 5 day supply of water. And I said, I think that there's a problem with the toilet. And she's like, oh, a toilet wouldn't run that much water out. And I'm like, I kind of think it would, because when there's a constant leak, nobody's seeing it, nobody's paying attention to it, but it's this constant drain. And so that happened to be true at that place. But in that case, we could actually hear the toilet, running a little bit. And then the place where I'm at now, there's also a leak in the toilet. And particular happens to be the one that is associated with my living space. And I I'm pretty keen and attuned to spotting those leaks because I do know that they can cause a lot of drain, but I didn't see it. And it wasn't until, the tank kept draining down and having to be refilled, and we're, trying to diagnose where this is coming from. And it got me thinking about the more aware we become, we can spot those noisy leaks, right? You you're getting much better at spotting the noisy leaks. And what our mind does is as we spot the noisy leaks or those are removed, what is more difficult to spot is the silent or the subtle leaks and drains of energy. Now, I had referenced back at the beginning of our conversation how I've been thinking about my own mind looping pattern around decision making. And as I was sitting with that, and I'm always curious about, how does this experience with the toilet, how does that reflect back into what's actually happening in my own world? Because I think there's always some curiosity or lesson there. And I never had spotted how energy draining that mind looping pattern is for me around decision making. But I've become much more aware of that in the last few months. And even being aware of it, I found myself kind of engaged in a bigger version of it that I was well, I'm evaluating all my decisions. Well, no, I'm not. It's just a bigger version of looping around a few
Mhm.
things. And when I could see that and then take myself out of that, my energy level, poof, comes back up. And it's like plugging the leak.